When John Henry was a little baby, sitting on his daddy's knee, he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said, "Hammer gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. Hammer gonna be the death of me." Well, the captain told John Henry, "I'm gonna bring that steam drill round. I'm gonna bring that steam drill out on the job. I'm gonna whoop that steel on down, Lord, Lord. I'm gonna whoop that steel on down." Well, John Henry, he told the captain, "A man ain't nothing but a man. But before I let that steam drill drive me down, I'm gonna die with a hammer in my hand, Lord, Lord. I'm gonna die with a hammer in my hand." Well, the man who invented the steam drill thought he was mighty fine. John Henry's hammer made 15 feet, but the steam drill only made 9, Lord, Lord. The steam drill only made 9. Well, John Henry, he hammered on the mountain. His hammer, it was striking fire. He worked so hard, he broke his poor heart, and he laid down his hammer and he died, Lord, Lord. Laid down his hammer and he died. Well, they took John Henry to the graveyard and buried him in the sand. Every locomotive man roaring by said, "There lies a steel-driving man, Lord, Lord. There lies a steel-driving man." Well, there lies a steel-driving man, Lord, Lord. There lies a steel-driving man. Thank you. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got those deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got me those deep river blues. Well, my old gal's a good old pal, she walks just like a waterfowl when I got those deep river blues. There cry for me, and the fish all go out on a spree when I get me those deep river blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got those deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got me those deep river blues. If she'll float, 'cause I got those deep river blues. I'm going back to Muscle Shoals, times are better back there, I'm told, and I got me those deep river blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got those deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got me those deep river blues. Well, if my boat sinks with me, I'll go down, don't you see, 'cause I got those deep river blues. Now I'm gonna say goodbye, and if I sink, oh, let me cry, 'cause I got me those deep river blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got those deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got me those deep river blues. 'Cause I got me those deep river blues. Cute. All right, here's a song that Leo and I wrote. He did a lot of the words, and it's a song about a train, and it's a song about a train that's named after a piece of fruit, and that piece of fruit is named after a town in Colorado. And so we can do our, here we are. Train going down the track, going to the station, 9:15. All those children standing in line. Well, all you children get on board. All you children get on board. All you children get on board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. Bring your dogs and your cats too, pandas, giraffes too, hippopotamus, crocodiles, and Tyrannosaurus Rex too. And all you children get on board. All you children get on board. All you children get on board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. Say goodbye to your mommy blue. Say goodbye to your daddy too. See you later, alligator. I'm going where I want to. And all you children get on board. All you children get on board. All you children get on board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. Well, the rocky board is the train to beat. They give you nothing but ice cream to eat. Let you stay up till 10:15. Let you get up and let you do it again. And all you children get on board. All you children get on board. All you children get on board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. We're gonna ride on the rocky board. There it is. All right. Oh, thanks. This is fun. How about Leo there on the drums? He's doing a good job, I think. Leo's been playing drums since he was 3. So you got to have some sympathy. It's actually been a pleasure to have someone banging on things all the time in the house. For Leo's 9 years old now, so that's 6 years he's been playing the drums. Almost 7. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to play a Woody Guthrie song. I think it's good that people are still playing his music after so many years. And this is a song that some people recognize as one of the first songs in the women's liberation movement. It's his version of a very old Irish tune, an Irish tune about a wealthy young woman who leaves her husband to go live with the gypsy Davy. Late last night when the boss came home, asking about his baby, the servants gave a short reply, said she's gone with the gypsy Davy, gone with the gypsy Davy. Said out to me those wagon tracks, and after them I'll travel. Saddle for me my buckskin horse with $100 saddle. He had not rode in the midnight moon when he saw the campfire gleaming, heard the notes of the big guitar and the voice of the gypsy singing, the voice of the gypsy dame. There in the light of the camping fire he saw her fair face gleaming, her heart in tune with the big guitar and the voice of the gypsy singing, the voice of the gypsy dame. Take off those buckskin clothes, those boots of Spanish leather. Give to me your lily white hand and we'll go home together. We'll go home again. I will not take off my buckskin clothes, my boots of Spanish leather. I'm gonna go my way from day to day. I'm gonna stay with the gypsy Davy. I wanna live with the gypsy Davy. Have you forsaken your house and home? Have you forsaken your baby? Have you forsaken your husband dear to go with the gypsy Davy? To go with the gypsy Davy? Yeah, I've forsaken my house and home. I've forsaken my gravy. I've forsaken my husband dear, but not my little baby. Not my pretty little blue-eyed baby. Last night I slept in a goose feather bed, servants all around me. Tonight I'm gonna sleep on the cold, cold ground. In the arms of the gypsy Davy, I'm gonna stay with the gypsy Davy. I'm gonna sing with the gypsy Davy. Maybe love that gypsy Davy. All right, we're going to play some original songs for you now. And then we'll get back to the dance music right after these two tunes. But these are songs that Leo and I put together. An instrumental called The Captain, which is in honor of my mother, who passed away recently. And then the next one's called Let Out the Line. on a short leash, walk me down a thin line. Single file when I was a child, marching lockstep to the minute hand, to the hand of God, and to a mean librarian. Then I met you, red hair and a powder blue, a Coraline. You put the pedal down, turned to me, and said, sometimes let out the line. Trade old for new. Take these sheets and strings and make some wings a pair for me and you. Waking up that tree line with clouds down below. We pulled up stakes and flew down the mountain road. We were far away, but never alone. In a tide as we danced in the rolling stones, we let out the line, traded old for new. You the queen of the gypsy scene we waltzed on through. Times I reeled you in, I was afraid and I lost faith in the wind. You were all kites and I was all string. I held on so tight, I felt my fingers sting. You let out the line, traded old for new, and you packed your Ford off the road with only room for you. I see a road ahead and a longer one behind. I'm down to my rims, but I don't mind. When I was a kid, fishing with my dad, the real big ones in, let it spin, let out the line, let out the line, trade old for new, always spinning, always beginning, always living the truth. Still I miss you, I miss your kiss, and on nights like this I wonder, am I on your mind? And is it time to let out the line? I'm gonna let out the line. All right. Thanks. All right. Okay, so that's some of the stuff we're going to do up in Colorado on our big performance. We're going to play some more fun 1940s dance music for you, though. And this is a song called "The Fishin' Blues." What is it? You know, banjos never stay in tune. Do we have any banjo players out there? Yeah, see, that's why. You spend half the time tuning it. I'm going fishing all the time, babe, we're going fishing too. Bet your life, your sweet wife gonna catch more fish than you. Many fish bite if you got good bait. Here's a little tip I'd like to relay. Big fish bite if you got good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Well, I went on down to my favorite fishing hole, grabbed me a pole and a line. Caught myself a 9-pound catfish, brought it on home for supper time. Many fish bite if you got good bait. Here's a little tip I'd like to relate. Big fish bite if you got good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, Baby brother, after drive me out of my mind, he says, can I go fishing with you? I went on down to the fishing hole. What do you think that he did do? Pulled a great big fish off the bottom. Yes, he got him, mama, he was real gone. Big fish bite, he had good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. I'm going fishing all of the time, baby, we're going fishing too. Bet your life, your sweet wife gonna catch more fish than you. Many fish bite if you got good bait. Here's a little tip I'd like to relate. Big fish bite if you got good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Well, put it in the pot, put it in the pan, cook it till it's nice and brown. Make a batch of homemade buttermilk biscuits, sandwich on them on down. And then fish bite if you got good bait. Here's a little tip I'd like to relate. Big fish bite if you got good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Well, I'm going fishing all of the time, baby, going fishing too. Bet your life, your sweet wife gonna catch more fish than you. Many fish bite if you got good bait. Here's a little tip I'd like to relate. Big fish bite if you got good bait. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Yeah, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Thanks so much. Yeah, there's a long time ago, back in the 1920s, there was a man named Alan Lomax. Do anyone here ever heard of Alan Lomax? He was he worked for the Library of Congress, and he decided that he would take a primitive recording device. It was called a wire recorder, and a few years back, I brought in some old recording equipment and old phonograph and showed it to you. But it's it recorded on spools of wire, and he traveled around the South and discovered the music of mostly the kind of African influenced blues and country music and Appalachian music. He just traveled around with this truck. He was pretty gutsy. He was from New York City, and he would walk into churches with his big microphone and, I'm going to record you guys. Most people hadn't even heard of recording devices before. And so here's some songs. That last one was recorded by Alan Lomax, discovered by him. And here's another. Once upon a time there was an engineer, rode a locomotive both far and near, accompanied by a monkey who sat on a stool, watching everything the engineer would move. One day the engineer was having a bite to eat, left the monkey sitting on the driver's seat. Monkey pulled the throttle, locomotive jumped the gun, and did 90 miles an hour down the main line run. Big locomotive, right on time. Big locomotive coming down the line. Big locomotive number 99 left the engineer with a worried mind. On the phone to tell him all about his locomotive was gone. Dispatcher got the one switch operator to the right. The monkey's got the main line sewed up tight. Switch operator got the message in time. So there's a northbound limited on the same main line. Open up the switch, I'm gonna let him through the hole. The monkey's got the locomotive under control. Big locomotive, right on time. Big locomotive coming down the line. Big locomotive number 99 left the engineer with a worried mind. right on time. Big locomotive coming down the line, big locomotive number 99. Left the engineer with a worried mind, left the engineer with a worried mind, left the engineer with a worried mind. Oh, thanks. All right, so it's time for the banjo jokes. Just the ones we know. The first set. Like, all right. Let me count. I'll be at 2 6. All right. So Leo and I are working up a little comedy routine. So hold on a sec. All right. You ready? All right. Here we go. You're gonna have to like get way up on that mic probably to talk.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, we do.
Why don't they have banjos in Star Trek?
Oh, I don't know, Leo. Why don't they have banjos in Star Trek?
Because it's in the future. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, Leo.
What's the difference between a banjo and an onion?
I don't know, Leo. What is the difference between a banjo and an onion?
You cry when you chop up an onion.
Hey, Leo. What? Let's see, which one? No. Okay, Leo. How do you know when the drummer's riser, that's like the thing the drummer sets the drum set up on, is level?
What?
How do you know when the drummer's riser is level? And the answer is when the drool comes out of both sides of their mouth. All right. All right, here's your sing-along song, so I know all of you have been waiting to sing along. You'll know your part when it comes around, and I guarantee if you sing along, even in your head, even hum along, you'll be better off. Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair red. My father fell in love with her, and soon they two were wed. Now, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run. He became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. Now I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. This made my dad my son-in-law, changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, but she was my father's wife. To complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. Now I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. And every time I think of it, it nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. Now I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. So Leo and I did a little research into this, you know. I mean, how many of you are wondering whether or not this makes any sense at all? And so we charted it out. We got out our pencil, paper, and our little spreadsheets, an Excel spreadsheet, and we set our minds to it. And what we found out was that it is possible to become your own grandfather. Indeed, it is. But with one caveat, with one exception, under one condition, actually. And that's that, more technically, you become your grandfather in law. All right, so in honor of the truth and of science with a capital S, I think we're gonna fix this song, and you're welcome to fix it with us here. I'm my own grandpa in law. I'm my own grandpa in law. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa in law. Thank you. As much fun as we are. Thanks. So we got too much material. We got too many songs to play for you. So we're gonna condense our two sets. And how about let's do our 9-pound. All right, we figured it out. Ready? These are some old country blues songs in the Piedmont country blues tradition. If any of you have ever heard of Doc Watson, and if you haven't, go look up Doc Watson. He's a really terrific player, and here's one of his. 1, 2, 3. This 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy, but it for my size. Roll on, buddy, we'll load a coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? It's a long way to Harlem, a long way to Hazard, just to get a little brew, Roll on, buddy, and make your time. I'm all broke down, and I can't make mine. Well, there ain't no hammer on this mountain that ring like mine. This old hammer, it shines like silver, and it rings like gold, and it rings like like gold. Roll on, buddy, pull low coal. I can't pull when the wheels won't roll. Roll on, buddy, and make your time. I'm all broke down and I can't make mine. John Henry left his hammer all painted in red. That poor soul. And if I make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, pull load of coal. That can pull when the wheels won't roll. Roll on, buddy, and make your time. I'm all broke down and I can't make mine. Well, if he asks you, was I laughing? Tell him I was crying. Tell him I was crying. And if he asks you, was I running? Tell him I was flying. Tell him I was flying. Roll on, buddy, pull low coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? Roll on, buddy, and make your time. I'm all broke down and I can't make mine. Broke down and I can't make mine. When you go down to the Ellen to have a little fun, have your $10 ready when the policeman comes. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep Ellen blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep Ellen blues. Well, once I had a girlfriend, she meant the world to me. Went down to Deep Ellum now, she ain't what she used to be. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Once I knew a preacher preached the Bible through and through. He went down to Deep Ellum now, his preaching days are through. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. When you go down to Deep Ellum, put your money in your shoes. Women in Deep Ellum got those Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. When you go down to Deep Ellum, put your money in your socks. Women in Deep Ellum gonna land you on the rocks. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, antebellum, they don't give a man a chance. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep ellum blues. When you go down to deep ellum to have a little fun, have your $10 ready when the policeman comes. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them deep ellum blues. Thank you. Thank you. Well, how about a little clapping for Leo Sheppard here? Yeah. Yep. I'm a proud papa, that's for sure. And I just want to thank you, Leo, for all the hard work you've done. He's worked hard to learn all this stuff. And yeah, so good job there, bud. All right, let's see. We've got time for about 3 more. And how about I'm going to get up my guitar. I promised Leo we'd sing this song together. Some of you know it, the phonograph song, the song about the old phonograph, but Leo's learned a part for it, so we're gonna do that for you. And all right, so I'll get my guitar and be right back here. So are you all managing to stay warm through this is the January, February, we just got to get through it, and then we got spring coming. I've already got my eyes on spring. I want to thank Twig and Lorena for having us come up here, and also for the stroke of genius, Twig's stroke of genius to lock this door.
I don't like it, buddy. Turn it off.
Turn it off, so that we don't have like 22-degree wind coming in every 5 minutes, and that's just absolute genius. All right, so I like to fix up old phonographs, like old Edison phonographs and such, and here's a song that I wrote about fixing up an old Edison cylinder player. Excuse me for a moment. We tune because we care. See this grease on my hand? I've been at it for days. It's not all for naught. I'm making headway, and all the pieces laid out in towels and pans are coming together, the gears and the cams. To think it sat on a shelf in a shed near the barn for 80 long years, winters and storms, and the tools in my hand belong to the man who bought it brand new in the year 1910. And late on that night, when the last part went in, I wiped off the dust from the name Edison. I crossed my fingers for luck, turned the crank on the side, heard the rumble of gears, felt my pulse start to rise of this magic machine. Wind it by hand, put the needle on the wax, then stare and stand as the voice of a man rises out of that horn with a song loud and clear, with a voice strong and warm. Die-da-da-die-da-die, die-da-da-die-da-die. I must have stayed in that room till the morning sunrise, drank in every voice, every verse and reprise. Not for one moment was I alone in that room, not with cow-cracking jokes, not with Ada's sweet tune. And every voice, every string, every Dixieland horn waited in the dark 80 years to perform. And their songs come to life from seeds that they planted. And I understand now when I take it for granted, this magic machine. Wind it by hand, put the needle on the wax, then stare and stand as the voice of a man rises out of that horn with a song loud and clear, with a voice strong and warm. Die-da-da-die-da-die, 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 Thank you. Thank you. All right, skip the banjo. Sound good? Yeah. Hey, you guys have been so wonderful as usual, and such a beautiful audience, and I just love coming here and playing, if that's not self-evident. I do have another a special person here that I don't know if I've ever introduced you to, but this is my daughter, Emma, and home from college. It's wonderful to have you here, Emma. All right, we got a couple more for you. Uptown got its hustlers, the Bowery got its bums. 42nd Street got Big Jim Walker, he's a bullshitting son of a gun. And he's big and dumb as a man can come, stronger than a country hoss. And when the bad folks all get together at night, you know they're all called Big Jim Boss, just because. You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, out of South Alabama come a country boy, says I'm looking for a man named Jim. I am a bullshit boy, my name is Willie McCoy, but down home they call me Slim. around with him. Well, a hush fell over the pool room. Jimmy come bopping off the street. And when the cutting was done, the only parts that weren't blooded were the soles of the big man's feet. And he was cut about 100 places. He was shot in a couple more. And you better believe they told a different kind of story when Big Jim hit the floor. And everybody says, you don't cut on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Well, Big Jim got his hat, found out where it's at, and it's not hustling people strange to you, even if you do have a two-piece custom-made pool cue. Well, you don't tuck on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. No, you don't tuck on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much. This is great to play here. We got one more for you, and we hardly know it. And you've never heard it, because I've never even played it in public. So here we go. Ready? Brother bought a coconut, he bought it for a dime. His sister had another one, she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut and drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. The lime in the coconut, she called the doctor, woke him up, said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, is it breather's belly ache? I said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. He said, now let me get this straight. You put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. You put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. You put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. You put the lime in the coconut. You called the doctor, woke him up, said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. I said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both together. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both down. Put the lime in the coconut, you're such a silly woman. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. You put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. You put the lime in the coconut, you called the doctor, woke him up, said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. I said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. Tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I'll tell you what to do. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both down. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both down. You put the lime in the coconut, drink them both down. You put the lime in the coconut. Call the doctor, woke him up, said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. I said, Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. You know, the one thing, Leo, that we never never wrote an ending to this song, so I think we're just going to be stuck here playing this thing over and over again. So, if you call me in the morning, I tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I tell you what to do. If you call me in the morning, I tell you what to do. Thank you so much. That's all we got today. Leo on the drums. Yay, Leo. And much love to all of you, and have a wonderful few weeks, and I'll see you in February.